Hi everybody!
Hi,
Welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. I'm Nat.
I'm Heidi.
And we're the Nat and Heidi Show. So, we are back with more of our Disney shenanigans. And in today's video, we're going to talk about some money saving tips. Some of them might recap previous videos, but that's okay. This is kind of just an addition to kind of what we've been talking about for the last couple videos.
Yeah.
The last video. 2 videos? I think. I don't know. But we've got a couple, and I think it's good. Our trip is coming up
Pretty quick.
very quickly. It's starting to get closer. We're about 45 days out.
Yeah, so 6 weeks.
Yep.
Oof.
Yeah, and we just made a really big payment yesterday.
That's
And,
wonderful.
It feels so great to watch that number get smaller on the what's left, but it hurts watching it leave the bank account.
That's true.
So that's what we're doing. The next trip's gonna be a little bit easier to
A lot less stressful and time crunchy.
easier to stomach.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna have a little discussion on how to do the park on a dime. Not really. I think that saying is way outdated. We've gone way past dime stuff these days.
Right.
But we are gonna talk about some of that because we know that a lot of families are really making a lot of sacrifices in order to make this happen for their families. Because unfortunately Disney is pricing us out.
Right.
Little by little we're being priced out of Disney, and it's unfortunate, but Disney's something we love, and it's something that we are willing to sacrifice for. So we're going to tell you a couple of things that we're going to be doing and that you can do to kind of help minimize the damage.
Right.
So this is all fun, no fuss kind of stuff. So first things first, if you are not a budgeter and you are a wild card free spirit spender, we know the feeling. Debit cards are a no-go, are an absolute no-go. So I think the biggest thing we can kind of tell you, and from experience of being the free spirits, is use gift cards and cash.
Yeah.
Gift cards and cash are going to be your friend in Disney. This keeps you from mindlessly swiping your debit card. Every time you find something cute, it's fine. I'll just swipe it. Even credit cards, you come back and find that bill. You know, you're going to end up paying double for it, is what's going to happen. So when you are fixing your budget for your trip, and you have, everybody has their souvenir budget. This is how much you get. Put it on a gift card.
Yeah.
Or put it cash in an envelope. Gift cards are better. They're a little bit easier. You don't have to carry around change. You don't have to do all of that.
Right.
And then you can still swipe it, and the kids can still swipe. They're all super excited about it. But what's on that card is on that card. And you know that at the end of the day, when you look at your banking app, you're not going to find a negative balance.
Right.
Or realize you can't get home and pay your power bill.
Right.
And I think it's a real hard one too. Or when you get to the airport and realize your bag is overweight and you have to move money out of other accounts in order to
just to get that bag on the plane.
Just to get your bag on the plane.
Right.
So don't fall into that trap. Now, with gift cards, it's actually really great because you can use gift cards outside of the parks.
Yeah.
You can use them on Shop Disney. You can use them to pay for your next vacation.
Right.
You can use them for anything Disney, like Disney stores and Disney stuff. I think you can use them too to like pay for your Disney Plus. I'm not really sure on that one, but I think that you can. But you can use them, and we will be saving our extra gift cards if we have any left over after our trip to put towards our next
our next trip. Yes. Which will be in November.
In November. We're going to go the week of my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the week they switch over to Christmas.
Right.
We won't be going for as many days as we are doing this time around.
Right. It's what, like 2-3 days?
Yeah, so we have a lot less to save for because we got a lot of other expenses coming out. So
that's true.
Yeah. So give each other a set amount.
Right.
You know, that's what you're gonna put on the card, that's what you're gonna do. Our set amounts have been kind of
up and down and up and down.
Yeah, we had a really big one because we were really ambitious about what we were wanting, and then we were gonna, you know, we had all these souvenirs we wanted, but we really toned it down quite a bit so that we can really focus on those few souvenirs that we really, really want.
Right.
So we're doing that. And then that brings me to the next thing is thinking about what you want before you go.
Yeah.
When you are thinking about souvenirs, which is funny, we're going to a theme park and thinking all about the shopping. And that's a really big Disney thing.
And
like
eating.
It's all about the shopping and the eating.
Yeah.
Think about the things you actually went to that theme park for. Like, why are you there? Are you there to ride Thunder Mountain 30 times, or are you there to buy a t-shirt?
Right.
Like, kind of bring yourself back into reality, ground a little bit too. But the stores are very overwhelming.
Yeah, they really are. And they are situated, right? So that when you get off of a ride, it feeds you into a gift shop. Literally just off the ride and boom, there you are in a store.
Disney World.
So
is
be
the
careful
worst
with
about
that. Yeah. So, so that's where they at you. It's like, oh my God, this ride was amazing. And then you get into a gift shop where it's themed for that specific ride and you're a goner.
Yeah, like especially like right outside like Pirates of the Caribbean
Yes.
and Haunted Mansion, and you
Yes.
get those little things, and you get in there and you're already on that
high from
that
the ride.
dopamine release,
Right.
and all the serotonin is happening.
Yeah, and you're like, oh my God.
And then you're like, oh, I'm gonna buy things.
Right.
But they're situated in a way too that you're kind of overwhelmed, and there's just so much stuff.
Yeah.
And that you've already picked out 7 items you want before you get to where you're looking for the souvenir you went in for.
Exactly.
And so you spend a lot of money. Disney is very, very good at
merchandising.
They're very
Yes.
good at separating you from your money.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get home and you realize that those corn cob holders have been in a drawer and they've only seen the light of day when you open that drawer to look for something else.
And they've been used once in 3 years?
Once in 3 years.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful with those things. But when you are going, think about the things that you're looking for before you go. Like when I go, I'm looking for a pair of ears that are unique and new to add to the collection.
Right.
Because that's something we want to display. Plus I'll wear them while they're there.
Yeah.
And then, I'd like a Spirit jersey because I would wear them all the time. Like I'm looking for things I can get use out of. So that's kind of the strategy I'm going in with. So when I go into a store, I already know what I'm looking for. I can go there and look for it and not get distracted by all the other things that are happening right there, because I'm not here for that. But a good way to do it too is when you hold up an item and you're like, I really like this. Think, where is it going to live when we get it home?
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to enjoy it all the time? Am I going to pick up this item and be like, I am so glad I did not leave that in Disney?
Right.
And I think those are the best things you come home from Disney with, are those things where you're like, I'm so glad I got that. Or you tell somebody that walks in, you're like, I got that on our trip when we went in 2024.
Right.
Can't wait to go back.
Right.
Something that kind of reminds you, like display it and stuff. Like we have an Animal Kingdom magnet on our fridge.
Yeah, we do.
I love that thing. And I think about it all the time because I was like, it needs a friend.
Yeah.
it needs a friend. We need all of the places. Like, we need an Epcot one, we need a Disneyland one, we needed a DCA one.
Right.
But like things like that, you get a lot of enjoyment out of them. And you got to just be very mindful about what you're going to buy when you're there. And you will realize that you don't need to leave with $500 worth of stuff.
No.
No. Unless you're going there and you're like, I have a $500 budget because we're going to go to the Droid Factory, or we're going to go get lightsabers to hang on the wall, or whatever. And then for some people, this isn't going to be, you know, for them. They're like, I get a lot of stuff. We have a high budget and I really enjoy those things. Like, this isn't for everyone. This is for those who are like, I have a problem, like, saving money, and I have a limited budget. This is for all of us with those limited budgets. You know, pick a few things. And then I would say, get on Shop Disney, look at the different categories, look at the pricing of those items, what types of items you have, things that you want to look for there. Because Shop Disney doesn't have everything that's in the parks, but they have a good selection. You can see what type of items they sell.
Right.
I know from looking at Shop Disney, I don't like their t-shirts. And going in the parks, I don't like their t-shirts there either.
Right.
But, you know, there's other things I like, you know. So that's how, that's really how we're getting away with that. We've whittled
use gift cards. Yeah,
we've whittled our budget down, and it's going on gift cards, because once that gift card is spent, that gift card is spent.
Right. And sorry, Charlie.
Sorry, Charlie. And then we also kind of, I think we've touched on this slightly before, is that we're not going with kids. So this is not this time. Next time we're going to try, is your kids are going to be the first ones. I remember going with my goddaughters, and they're like, oh, I want that. We left with Woody, Jesse, Buzz Lightyear. He was the most popular. Kelly really loved Buzz.
Yeah.
She had to have the other two because they were his friends.
Yeah, of course.
Right? But she carried him around, like, snuggled with him. He's a plastic toy. She snuggled with him the entire trip. And then, of course, stuffed animals.
Right.
And we got, my older goddaughter, she got a stuffed Nala doll. A stuffed Nala lion. Yeah. And she carried around the park the whole time. And we left the stroller, and it was underneath our stuff, underneath the stroller. We went and got on a ride, and when we came back, Nala was gone. And she didn't notice because she had been put away. And that night, me and my best friend had to sneak back to the parks, back to Downtown Disney, while the kids were sleeping. So that we could replace the Nala doll. And so that Nala stuffy, which was like a $35 stuffed animal, turned into a $70 stuffed animal. So take some souvenirs for your kids. Like, you can get stuffed animals, you can get all sorts of toys. They have stores around. They have Target, they have Walmart. Kohl's is really good with Disney stuff. They have a ton of Disney stuff.
Oh, okay.
Kohl's has a ton of Disney stuff. Walmart typically carries a lot of it. Amazon has everything that you can't find in the other places.
Right.
And if you're planning for down the line, like you have more than 2 months to plan this trip, just grab something when you go out. Just grab it, something everywhere, and put it away. So when your kids are going through the thing, or you're getting out of whatever weather, or you need to get out of the heat, and you're in the store, and your kid's like, I want that. You could be like,
you can whip something out.
Go. You know?
Yeah.
And now your mom would have been like, no.
Too bad.
That sucks. Don't whine. But I think the biggest one I'm going to say on this one is not necessarily stuffed animals and toys like that. It's bubble wands.
Oh, yeah.
Get your bubble wands on Amazon. Get your bubble wands on Amazon. And go to town. Hand that kid a bubble wand, because they play with them outside the store. So it draws people in. Because kids are like, I really want that. You pull out a bubble wand, and they can bubble the crap out of the whole day.
Yeah.
And glow sticks.
Yeah, they're really cheap.
They are super cheap. We
You
got
can buy
ours.
them at Walmart, the Dollar Tree.
Yeah. I've seen them at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
We got ours at the party section of Walmart, which there were necklaces, bracelets, long ones. We got tons of glow sticks.
Little sticks. Yeah.
Yep. And we're just gonna glow stick the crap out of our bag and ourselves in the night to entertain ourselves. But that's good entertainment for your kids too. We're gonna entertain everybody while we're there. So just enjoy your time there.
Yeah.
You don't have to shop to enjoy the time, but if you're making those sacrifices, it's a lot easier when you're thoughtful about it. Yeah. Like, I know what my kids are going to want and what they're going to ask for, so I'm going to get it at like a significant discount outside, and then my kids can still have that, because to your kids, they still got it in Disney. Like, they don't know you bought it at Walmart, and they don't care.
Right.
They don't care, because that memory is that you gave that to them in Disneyland.
Right.
Those are the memories you're making with your kids, and those are the memories you're making for yourselves. Nobody needs corn cup holders. I'm still super mad about that. I'm so mad about it. You know what we did get at the same time as the corn cup holders?
Was that spoon?
The spoon tray, the little spoon holder. That I use frequently.
Every day.
And it's dishwasher safe, so that's great. And it's a Mickey balloon.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
It's really cute.
But yeah, we spent a lot of money, and I'm still finding things to this day that I forgot we bought.
Yeah.
And then there's things I'm like, I know I bought this, and I don't know where it is. You know what I mean? Hello, he's got
hey buddy,
his little S tail.
Yeah, he's happy.
Oh, it's because I'm scratching his butt.
Yep. And now he's coming over to mommy.
So Disney has spent years and years and years, and they have hired many, many experts and professionals to lure you into shopping spaces and to get you to shop.
Yeah.
They're a money-making business. They are not here to save you money.
No.
Anybody who's looked at a Disney trip knows that they're not here to save you money.
I mean, when it comes right down to it, it's a business, and that's their purpose, is to make money.
So you can buy cheap things, but there's gonna be expensive things sprinkled in, and they know people are gonna spend on it. So if you are really working hard to make this trip happen, these are some good things you can kind of do and think about in advance, so that you don't have to feel stress on your vacation.
Right.
So save for that trip. You deserve that trip. Your kids deserve that trip. Everybody deserves that trip. But don't make it something that you get home and you're like, we can never do that again.
Right.
You know, that's really hard. Every dollar counts. Every dollar counts. So another thing we kind of came up, this isn't so much a savings thing, but it can be. There are going to be times where you're not on a ride and you're not being entertained. And those are the things. Those are the times where I'm like, let's go into the store, or let's go get some food,
or let's go eat. Yeah.
Or let's go eat. Have things to do to entertain yourselves during things, like download games. I know tons of people play Heads Up in the lines for rides, and that game is so much fun. And then just games you can play back and forth with the phone. And then when you're in downtime too, like, you don't have to keep doing, you know, you don't have to go into these places and spend so much. But that one, it can work. It could not work. It's still a fun thing to do. It's just fun. Keeps you entertained while you're in line. Keeps everybody kind of put together. Takes your mind off the fact that your feet probably hurt really bad at this point. And then we talked about gift cards.
Yeah.
Savings on gift cards. Target Red Card. They have a credit card and they have the debit card. And the debit card links to your bank account. And I know there's some ups and downs with this. Like, you might spend money and it might not come out of the bank right away. So you have to pay attention to what you've spent there so that you're not overdrawing your account because you think the money's already been taken out, because it normally takes a little while for that money to come out of your account, but it does. But you can save like 5%. No, you can save exactly 5%
Right.
on Disney gift cards. And the thing with Disney gift cards is that you can pay for restaurants in the Disney parks.
Yep. You can do everything.
Tickets, and then hotel and ticket packages through like Disney or Costco even. You can use Disney gift cards to pay because that just routes you to the Disneyland website to pay.
Right.
You just get their deals. You can pay for the whole thing with Disney gift cards. Well, 5%, if you have let's say just round it straight to $3,000, you just saved $150 on your tickets. And that adds up.
Right.
That might be your food budget for,
A
for 2
day
days.
or say, yeah.
It might be your whole souvenir budget. It might be that. But when you're buying your gift cards for souvenirs and for food, you add that up, that could potentially be hundreds of dollars in savings. So that is something to keep in mind. And just remember, they can be used. If you don't find something in the park that you love, you can buy it on Shop Disney using your gift card. You can save those gift cards up and use them towards your next vacation. You could do a lot of things. So it's not like that money, if you don't use your gift card at the parks, you're done for it. You're not.
Right. It's still there.
It is still there. And then finally, these are some recaps from our last couple of videos. And that is, buy your health need stuff
From like Walmart or
before
Target
you
or
go.
something. Yeah.
Don't forget your sunscreen.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget your pain medications.
Right.
Don't forget your cold medications.
Yeah.
Personal meds. And then blister pads and moleskin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those will come in very, very handy. And you can buy them in the big packs. I still have some from our last trip. We don't need to buy those again.
Yeah.
And then I have about 3 different nausea relief things in my Amazon cart for Heidi. I've got the patches. I found really cool wristbands that use acupressure.
Nice.
I've got the whole
Lord knows
shebang.
I'll need it.
Yep. And then the very last one, snacks.
Yeah. And we have started that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And snacks.
Right. And so, I mean, thanks to our other sister, she has made a big dent in our list, and yeah.
Me too. And the thing is that you're gonna get to a point where you might get hangry because either you've been waiting in line for a really long time, maybe there's not an open time, like or the crowds are busy, or it's right during the lunch rush, and you're standing in line, you get hangry, and as soon as you get out of line, you go to the nearest place. So now you're not trying the foods that you said you wanted to try before we went, because we're just finding the nearest thing so that nobody commits a crime. When in reality, you could just pull out a little bar. Plus, it extends your hunger a little bit. Like, not extend your hunger. It extends your satiety a little bit longer so that you can go to those, like, if you want to have a certain lunch and you're waiting for a certain time, you can go do that instead of spending extra. And it'll save you a ton of money to take snacks. It doesn't mean you can't try Disney food. It just means that you're not eating a bunch of expensive items because you lost your cool for a second.
Right.
And you've spent half the budget just trying to become normal when you can kind of mitigate that a little bit.
Right.
It'll help.
Take a little snack.
Take a little snack, a little bar, a little Rice Krispie treat.
Right.
Something.
A granola bar or something.
Yeah, something that'll just kind of get you through until you're ready to go get that thing that you've been talking about for months and months and months that you found because you went through everybody's menus.
Right.
I know what I want to eat while I'm there. We've very well picked out a lot of foods. There's certain things that are like a must try, and I don't want to ruin it because I had to run and get something that was close by and didn't have a long line.
Right.
Also, when it comes to food and using gift cards, you can put your gift cards on the My Disney, so you can use those to mobile order, as far as I know.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Okay.
I'm almost positive you can. So you don't have to worry about having to stand in the standby line. You can still mobile order with that without having to do it off of your debit card. That was not the last thing. The last thing is insulated water bottle.
Yeah.
Not just a regular plastic water bottle, an insulated water bottle. Fill it up with ice at the hotel.
Yep.
We used a Yeti last time. I'm going to use a Yeti this time, the big one, the 40 ounce one. We filled that puppy up with the ice from the hotel, and then we just refilled water all day.
Yeah.
Because there is no way I'm paying $5 for a water.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely not.
No.
We did it in Disney World because
gosh.
I don't even know why. But we did. We spent a lot of money on water.
On bottled water.
On bottled water. When you can go to any quick service, and then we have Liquid IV, and there's off brands too, or other brands of electrolyte water to keep you hydrated, because being dehydrated when you're doing that much activity is dangerous. So you need to drink
a lot of water.
You need to drink. You need to keep yourself hydrated. Drink how much water it takes to keep you hydrated.
Right.
And I'm saying that from a place of concern. You want to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. And staying hydrated so that you don't get that headache, those muscle cramps. It's just a bad way to mess with a weekend.
Yeah.
So drink water, but I will tell you, an insulated water bottle is going to be your best friend, because you can keep it nice and cold. And if you don't like the flavor of the water, take some water flavors.
Yeah.
Whatever
we have a million of them now.
Yeah. Whatever you need to do to
any flavor that you can even think of now.
But if you think about how much water you're going to drink, you're going to be walking for miles and miles and miles.
Right.
How much water you're going to drink, and multiply that number, like a bottle of water in the morning, and mid-morning you want another bottle of water. Multiply how many bottles of water that you are going to drink throughout the day, and multiply that by like $5 a piece.
Right.
And
no, thank you.
No.
Thanks.
Plus, if you have a water bottle too, like, I know that there are certain things, like we're going to go get a ton of mint juleps.
Yeah. I've never had one, so I'm really excited.
I know that I'm going to drink at least 3 on my first day. So, but I'm still getting other drinks. Like, I still like to have a Coke and a pickle, like,
Right.
But having water, I'm more likely to drink water instead of just being like, well, I had a Coke, I'm fine. I'm still more likely to have some water with that too. So stay healthy while you're in Disney.
Stay hydrated, people.
That's a money saving tip, because an emergency room bill is kind of expensive. So stay hydrated. Stay, full, with your snacks, so you don't get hangry. Don't commit any crimes. Don't steal. Use gift cards. Don't overdraw your bank account. Don't max out your credit cards. Enjoy the trip so that you can
Disney.
That's not worth it. But don't leave this trip thinking we'll never be able to do that again.
Right.
Go with it thinking, I know how to, save a little bit so that we can go again. Yeah.
Definitely.
Any thoughts?
No, I don't think so. I think you've covered them all. Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is the last in this particular subject. I think our next video will probably talk about actual money, like breakdown on what it takes for 3 adults to go.
Yeah.
So if you're planning like a trip with your friends, or you just kind of want to see what it looks like, because adults is it's a term. Might not be super accurate. So if you're taking your older kids and you're still having to buy them tickets and stuff, we're going to break down the cost a little bit, that it's to do our trip and how we're doing it and how we kind of came up with our when and where. So we'll do that in the next video, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.